It's just phenomenal, the pain, the hurt, what you see, what the family go through, the whole shebang. It's just overwhelming. And it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy for the last 4 years, and I'm only starting to learn how to sort of cope with the pain more so than anything else. It's hard to think this young man here won't be back here ever again. How are you doing? My name's Keith Byrne. I'm from Clane, born and raised, 43 years of age. Spent most of my life living in Dublin. Moved back to Clane when my 3 kids were born. I have 2 brothers. Pretty much worked in the motor trade, as I said. Bought my house down here, had the garage here, and then as the kids grew up, what can I say? Just best part of my life was seeing them grow up, you know. But 2011 came along, then boom, my life was hit with a big shock. I lost Adam, my son Adam, to the drowning in the Liffey in Clane in May weekend 2011, April 31st, I think so. Went down with friends, jumping into the Liffey at a temporary swing there, having a bit of fun. He decided to go in for one more jump, didn't come home. I got a phone call from my mother. I was at home and I was after coming in after doing a bit of shopping, and Mum said to me, go down to on Cushhaven, the apartments down by the Liffey at the bridge. She said there was a search and rescue mission, and she was under the impression it had to do with Adam. So I pretty much panicked, my heart jumped into my mouth, knowing that Adam had been down at the Liffey the day before with his pals. And I went down in the van, pulled up, seen the usual emergency service there. Nobody could give me an answer, nobody tell me this or the other. Went around looking for the guards, couldn't find guards anywhere else. Went down to the guard station, no guards down there. Went down to my mother's, couldn't find the guards. Went up to my own house, couldn't find the guards. I was going back down towards the village, and all of a sudden, for some reason, I turned into where Adam was living in Otomy, and I got flashed by the local sergeant at Clane, and he pulled me over and he says, I need to talk to you about something. And I said, will you go down to Sandra's? I said, oh my God, my heart jumped into my mouth. I knew there was something wrong there and then. And we went back to Sandra's, and he told us that Adam had died, drowned in the Liffey. And that's where my whole world came falling apart. Just completely tumbled without a blink of an eye. Just to be told that, never mind knowing what happened, but just to be told it by somebody, you know, it's the hardest thing to cope with, and it's the hardest thing to take in. And I just couldn't stay in the house. I went outside and I just collapsed on the ground outside, and I roared and screamed, and I acted the whole shebang. I just couldn't cope with it. It was just a real moment. And I got on to my mother then. I rang Mum, I said, you may come up here to Sanders. I said, we don't have good news. And I think Mum had known, she had found out beforehand, before I did anyway, from one of Adam's friends' mothers that he was out with. So it was kind of a big, it's like somebody taking a knife and stabbing you right in the heart there and then. And that's when we found out, and then we had to wait till we went to the hospital to identify him, just to be 100% sure. Went in, and there he was. And it's been difficult. It hasn't been easy. Been very, very difficult now. To be honest, as regards the funeral now and that whole period, that's still all kind of a blank. There's certain bits coming back every so often, because I wasn't in the real world at that time. It was just kind of having to cope with looking after my daughter and looking after my son, then my mother, and then the rest of the family, and trying to be strong for everybody else. Daniel and Adam were so close, even though, like siblings do, there's rivalry, they fight, and that whole kind of scenario when you're growing up with your brothers. But just telling him killed me altogether, and then telling the rest of the family was just horrendous. It was just a horrendous feeling just to go through, having to tell people that absolutely adored him, and then having to let his friends know, his extended friends as well, apart from the friends that was with him that day. Like he wasn't on his own, there were 7 other kids that day with him, and saw all this unfold. And just to go around and having to tell everybody, it was absolutely horrendous and horrible feeling, and a feeling I hope that I'll never have to go through again, nor I wouldn't wish on anybody that I know. I would hate to see anybody have to go through what I went through. It's just simply horrendous, a horrendous feeling, and it has been ever since. And it hasn't gotten easy. A lot of people say to you, oh, time is a healer. Maybe so, maybe 20 years down the road, but it's only 4 years since we lost Adam, and it hasn't gotten any easier, and it's not getting any easier. And I'm not going to lie about it, because if I tell you it's getting easier, then, you know, it's bull, to be honest. It's made us stronger, and it's even made us stronger with his mother, because myself and his mother were separated. We were kind of weren't really talking at all. We had no kind of relationship whatsoever. But with Dan and Megan, it's made us very, very strong. It's made us actually strong as a whole family, more so than anything, as regards, you know, kind of having just that relationship with Daniel and Megan, but just as a whole family, as a unit, a stronger unit, I have to say.
Hey guys, this is a song I just wrote. Just post on Facebook there. Should be good. You can kill a spirit, but you can never kill the heart. You will never knock him down. After all he's done, after all that he's become, you will never break him.
I miss him terribly, and we all do. Like, he's Christmas is coming around the corner now, as you know yourself, and we're getting close with him. 4 years without him, 4th Christmas without him, and not having the crack and having the laugh, and like that kind of stuff I miss terribly. And then having him play the guitar, he loved his guitar, his music. He has a few songs up on YouTube. He did a cover of Stairway to Heaven, he's Hero, he's his own song, You'll Never Break Him. He just loved everything about music. You see, he grew up around his grandfather. His grandfather played music, and his brother, his uncle Connor, plays in the band as well. So it's just that kind of helped as well. So, but it's just, listen, he was one of the funniest young fellas you'll ever meet, as regards just loving everything about life and just taking the mick out of everything. He never took anything serious. As at the time of the wake, his history teacher and his geography teacher came over to me and said to me, you know something, Keith? If Adam was good at the guitar, or as good at history and geography as he was at the guitar, he'd be doing well. I said, to be honest, I don't really care. He loved his music, he loved playing guitar, and that was the end of it, I said. And I tell you what, he would have made something of himself in the music industry, there's no doubt about it.